So at the beginning of the month, you set out to have reading goals for yourself. You determined that I was going to read 1 or 2 books per month. And now we're in the month of April and you just discovered, oh my goodness, I have only read 1, 2, or 3 books. So I'm behind in 1 book. I need to catch up. So how do you maximize, or how do you catch up with your reading goals when, honestly speaking, you've just reviewed and analyzed your goals and discovered you're lagging behind? One of the tricks that I normally use, because seasons of life with business, with family, with so many things happening, you can actually get behind. And it's not that you're not being intentional in your reading, is work demands so much of you. Social activities demand of your time. And you know what? You have accepted that you're behind, and this is now a place and an area that you need to rectify. One of the tips that I always share is that if you're lagging behind, is maximize on your holidays. This is April, we are in Easter, and we are going to have like maybe 4 days where we're not working and you're spending maybe those times with our family. Either this is a time when you decide, you know what, I have so many hours with me, I'm not going to work. So you take up the books that you have, because you've already bought them in advance. You take them up and you determine that I'm going to catch up on my reading. Yes, I know I've always said consistency is better than intensity, but now you need to be intense, because you need to catch up with your reading goals, so that you, at the end of the year when you're reviewing, you're not feeling like, you know what, I'm a failure. You don't feel like, you know what, I'm really not serious with my reading journey. So my encouragement is to you is, during the holidays, you just observe the calendars. Not that you're going to be doing this so that you can catch up on the holidays, but if you are lagging behind, take advantage of the holidays. Ensure that you put up your reading books out and determine, I am going to read, catch up, so that I can, at the end of the year, be proud of myself and what I had set out to do. My second reading tip is maximize your long journeys. Like I think 3 weeks ago, I had an opportunity where I needed to travel for the road, and I was going to be on the road for 14 hours. On the road straight, luckily I was not the one driving, but I had 14 hours ahead of me, meaning even if I removed 2 hours for stopovers, eating, going to the toilet, whatever, I had 12 hours that I could maximize. So even maybe 7 hours or 8 hours of daytime to read, maximize those long journeys. So I carried 2 books and I was able to read those 2 books. I read 1 book going, and I read the other book partly like 3/4 ways coming back, and I was proud of myself because I had not I didn't have enough time during the course of the month to read. And that's some of the ways that I usually end up reading more books, is because when I have opportunities where I have extra time presented before me, I maximize them and squeeze those opportunities as maximally as I can. So yes, maximize your holidays, maximize your trips. And another tip that you can do, so maybe you're not struggling per se in like maybe 1 book, but you know you're lagging behind. I always say maximize the weekends. The weekends, especially like on a Sunday, when you're rested, when you have no place, maybe you're just from church, you're coming in the afternoon after your afternoon siesta, you have maybe 2 hours extra time. Always maximize on your weekends. This is the best time to get in 2 hours or 1 hour reading time, because the other times I always tell you, I just read when maybe I'm at a reception, on the go, in traffic. So you're really trying to catch in hours or minutes in between the day. But with the weekends, you have like a whole uninterrupted 1 hour where you're not working. Maybe your kids have gone out to play. There's no social event happening that weekend. That's the best time that you have to maximize on the weekends. So this week, my videos is not going to be long, because I just wanted to give you a tip on how you can catch up on your reading goals, especially if you are struggling with reading, that you can maximize on your holidays. Oh, those are treasure troves of hours on end where you just have nothing to do. Maximize on long journeys where you're forced to be seated in one place, then you don't get distracted by movement, and maximizing the weekends. So you actually have time to read when you actually sit down and look at your day. I still prefer consistency over intensity, but sometimes when comes to shove, this is the only thing that we can do. And I encourage you to look at your schedule, look at your month, and maximize the opportunity that time gives you. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and let's catch up again in the next video.